everybody. I am Nick Slavic. I'm the proprietor of the Nick Slavic Painting and Restoration Company. I'm also the host of this show, Ask the Painter Live. It is a weekly live social media show where we talk about the life of a master craftsperson, entrepreneurship, and all that good stuff. And today's special show, my friends at Purdy have asked me to talk about efficiency. So I'm going to show you not only some efficient products, but I'm going to show you how I rate efficiency in my company. So we have 9-inch roller, we have 14, and we have 18. I have a fully prepped off bedroom. This is the test bedroom. This is the thing that we train, go hard on all the time. You can see I have 3 walls for you. They are fully prepped. They have been patched, they have been sanded, they have been taped, switch plates off, and I even cut all the walls here. So we are purely going to do a test on square foot production rates on 3 different types of rollers using a standardized system. Now, with any scientific test, we want to limit the variables. So number 1, test bedroom, clean environment, humidity is all the same. Walls are all of the same sort of type. They're all nice and smooth. We've done all the same prep process. We're using the same paint with the same bucket, brand new roller covers, same size extension poles, and we're basically just limiting all the variables so that the only thing will change by wall will end up being the production rate of each roller. So efficiency is everything, folks, and especially when the economy feels like it's getting tighter, leads are a little bit harder to get. We want to use every minute, every hour of the day as efficiently as possible so that we can make enough money to support our families, pay our people well, and have prosperous businesses. So with the camera being backwards a day, I'm not seeing comments on Instagram and Facebook. We're also going live from a tablet today. So you Instagram people watching on a phone, you may only see a narrow slot. What you're going to have to do is go back to Facebook, and we're doing a widescreen today. I want to be able to fit this entire wall in like this. What we're going to do is I'm going to load up these rollers with paint. We've already worked them in. You can see there's paint on these rollers. I don't want to start out with a brand new roller. I want this to be a good test. So we've worked in 3 dips, 3 rolls, and 3 rollouts with these rollers. So theoretically, they are fully saturated. We can't get any more paint in here. And then we're going to start the timer. I have a timer right here that you guys are going to be able to see. I'm going to roll each wall subsequently. We're going to start and stop the timer. And in the corner of the screen, if you're looking at the full screen one, you're going to see a spreadsheet where I already have all the square footage of these walls calculated. And all we're going to do is put in the time, the minute and the fraction of a minute in there, and we're going to calculate the production rates, and then I'll show you how we use those in my company. Now, let's talk about the actual rolling process, because between 18, 14, and 9, we want to make sure that, again, we're limiting variables on all of these sort of processes here so that our production rates are accurate. These are small sample sizes. If I wanted really accurate data for production, what I would do is do very large projects over a very long portion of time and do that. But today, if we hyper control all the variables, even on small projects, 1 wall at a time, we should be able to get a pretty good indication about production rates. So let me just check the tech right here, because again, I'm not seeing the screen today. I want to make sure that everything's going well. If I hear no audio or video problems, we're going to rock and roll with this today. All right, guys, give me just a second. I'm going to adjust my screens a little bit so I can see this stuff. All right. All right, we look like everything's going good. I'll take some time at the end of this to answer any questions. So I have, as you can imagine, a standard operating procedure for painting a bedroom. I have a standard operating procedure for prepping that bedroom, for cutting that bedroom, and then for rolling. For prep, obviously, you've seen my things. Typically, we lay down floor protection. Today, we don't need it because we're in the test bedroom. This is the enamel floor down here that we use for training. I have patched the walls. I've sanded the walls. I have taped the walls. I've removed switch plates, and then I've cut the walls in preparation for the walls, for wall painting. So my standard operating procedure for rolling is on a 9-inch roller, on a 14-inch roller, on an 18-inch roller. My goal is to get 3 widths of the roller with 1 dip. So what that means is you dip the roller, you saturate it as much as you can, and then I would like sealing the wall to get 9, 9, 9, at least 27, maybe even 30 inches across like that in 1 dip of a roller. Same thing with 18, 3 widths of an 18, same thing with a 14. That's minimum, right? So we're going for good coverage. I'm not pushing overly hard. And then the actual process of moving the roller comes in. So say we have a fully saturated roller right here, grab a corner. My goal would be to get 1, 2, 3 widths of something like that. After I dip my roller fully saturated, it's a kiss and lift sort of thing. You want maximum saturation. I'm going to come over on the second width. I'm going to come down a foot or two, and we're going to start rolling here, right? The theory is, if you start with a full roller at the corner here, you're going to deposit a whole bunch of paint up high. You can't roll through it without hitting the ceiling to even it out. So I go 1 width over, foot down, and then what we do is we have a fully saturated roller. We're going to lay down our stripe like this, and then we're going to all the way back up. We're going to move to the left, never taking the roller off of the wall. Constantly back and forth like this. Without lifting the roller, we're going to come back down, we're going to pick up that stripe of paint, and we're going to roll once more. You can imagine, I've done this motion tens of thousands of times in my life. I've tried lots of things. This, to me, is the best combination of the quickest, the fastest, and also the most even distribution of paint. So what I'll do is I'll run through it kind of in real time. I won't touch the roller to the wall, but I'll just kind of show you that motion. Then we're going to set the timer, and we're going to get going. So we would have dipped in. We come down here. We lay the stripe down. We go back up. We work it to the left. We work it to the right. Like that. And then what I like to do, one motion, pick it up, finish strokes, top to bottom. Pick it up, finish strokes, top to bottom. Because when you seesaw your roller back and forth, you could leave worms or W's or V's in there. That last finish stroke might be overkill. Small investment of time to make sure you get that beautiful, even matte satin finish on the walls. So, all right, let me do one more tech check, and we're going to get this test rolling here. Okay, folks. Let's see what we got there. Ooh, we got our timer going there. All right, so we got a fully saturated roller. We're going to start off each test with that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this, walk over to the wall. I'm going to go right to left in a standard production mode here. Obviously, I can move quicker. Obviously, I can move slower. I'm going to go at the pace which I'm accustomed to that I can do all day, every day for 10 years at a time, give or take. So if we're ready, let's do this. All right, we apply our stripe of paint. I moved it to the right, eliminating worms. I moved into the corner. I'm picking up that stripe of paint again. Ooh, this one's feeling good. I got some saturation. I'm starting to feel a little dry on the roller, so we're going to go back and hit our finish strokes. And one of the principles of professional painting is wet edge. When people talk about hat banding and picture framing and things drying unevenly, you got to consider keeping a wet edge. That means cutting, rolling, moving fast enough so everything dries at once. Okay, we'll easily finish up this little section here, going around the outlet. Pick up my stripe of paint again. Oh, you can feel that paint just hit that roller. I'm going to flip so my metal is not near the trim so I don't scuff it. Finish stroke, finish stroke, finish stroke, finish stroke. All right. So we're using a kind of kiss and lift method where I'm barely touching the roller into the paint. I'm rolling it in. So then you want that even distribution. I also have my roller tray in the corner here so that it's universally available for both walls. I'm going to shorten up my hole because I don't want to hit my own gear. We're going to go back and pick up our stripe. I can probably make it just over the outlet right here. Feeling a little dry, I want an even shine. So I'm not going to go too much further. One more finish stroke. There we are. go too farther because we want to leave enough so we don't over apply paint in that corner. All right, last roller folder, we'll call the timer and then we'll enter our times. Don't mean to put my back to the camera, but this is my natural motion. All right, that be it, folks. 3 minutes, 15 seconds. I'm going to take a second to move my pan. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to be off camera for just a second, guys, and we are going to go to our spreadsheet, and we are going to put in right wall, 3.25 minutes. Boom, 28.7. Let's go back to... There we go. Make sure you guys can see that entire thing. There we are. Okay. All right, so there we go. With a 9-inch roller on that wall, 28.7 square feet per minute on that one. Now we're going to jump over the 14. I'm going to check for comments real quick. How's everybody doing? Thanks for watching on IG. Lots of followers, lots of watchers on IG. Love this so much. If you guys got any questions, you pop them in here, and I will definitely be checking them before we're done here. So, okay, now I'm going to adjust. You guys pardon me for just a second here, and we are going to adjust. Oh, look at that. We're moving, we're moving, we're moving. There we are. All right, let me make sure you guys can see the timer and that it's not in the way there. I think we're doing good. All right, guys, you ready for 14? Let's do this. All right, and in order to limit the variables again, I'm going to dip first. All right. Okay, I think we're good. Here we go. Oh man, you can just hear that one. All right, finish strokes. Okay. Now with this one, sometimes we want to modulate the amount of paint we put on the roller if we got little tight areas like this. So I'm going to distribute the paint a little bit differently this time. We're going to put a mini stripe here, little stripe here, and I'm going to work back this way this time. Pick up some of that paint on the big stripe, work this way, then finish strokes. All right, we're going to lay down a little stripe here, lay down another stripe here. We want even distribution of paint. That's one of my favorite motions right there, using my left arm as a fulcrum, moving my right to apply the paint. That's always been satisfying. Go up. Finish stroke. There we go. I should be able to get her in this last one here. Kiss and lift. All right, fully saturated. Now we'll go for the full strip. Oh, that's satisfying. All right, there we go. That was a quick one. 2.75 minutes. Enter my time in there. 35.1 square feet per minute. All right, guys, I'm going to take time to readjust right here. All right. See, find the edge of the room. There we are. Make sure my cart doesn't roll away here. There we are. Okay, I'll reset this bad boy. Make sure all the tech is still working. I don't want any of this stuff to get lost in here. Andrade, boa noite, my friend. Let's see, Garcia, help me to measure my team's production rates. This is a pretty easy one, man. You do exactly what I do. Measure the room, measure the time. There you are. You got her. Ooh, 14 lambs wool. That's a unique one out there. You can't find too many of those around anymore. Okay, here we go. Let's go last one. This is the big boy. This is the 18, and I saved the biggest wall for it. And we've also controlled, because you could say, well, hey, listen, there's a wall over here with a passage door. There's a wall with a window, and then there's a wall with nothing. And the most important thing is, when we've done these calculations, I've deducted the amount of square footage for that on there. Now, if you see on my spreadsheet too, I've also measured the linear bit of cutting. So if there is a variable, you can say, well, we can produce this amount of square foot per hour with an 18, but on a wall that has this ratio of cutting. So you take the total square footage and you make a ratio with the total amount of cutting you have to do. So again, a wall with a door is going to have lots more cutting, right? A door with a window is going to have a little bit less, actually probably a little bit more on that one. And then you can actually control for how much cutting you have to do. So it's not just square footage, because somebody will always say, well, yeah, but that one has a door, that one has a window, that one has nothing. You can make these beautiful little ratios and figure that out. And again, on a bigger project, it starts extrapolating. It starts compounding on top of itself. It's an important thing. So let me dip first. All right, fully saturated. Look at that bad boy. I love that. That's satisfying. Okay, we're zeroed out. We're ready to go. This is the big wall, the big roller, the 18, Purdy Production Tools. Here we go. All right, same principle applies. You go one down, bring that sucker over. Man, is that satisfying. That is satisfying, not only because you can paint a lot of wall at once, but when you have that rigid roller frame around it too, you can really apply even pressure. Oh, that's satisfying. After 30 years of doing this, this is still satisfying with me. All right, when we're done here, I'll take a look for any questions, and I'll take a look for any of the production rates, and we'll present those to you. Appreciate you guys watching on this awesome Friday. If you do me a favor while we're finishing up here, Like and follow Ask a Painter, and definitely the kindest thing you can do for me is going to be to share this right now. Share it in your feed, share it in your story, share it in the painters groups, share it with people who share our core values. All right, last roller full. Here we go. Right down the middle for this one. Oh man, you can almost just feel that 18-incher grip the wall. It's got so much traction on there. All right, finish stroke. Finish stroke. Finish stroke. Over to stop it. Boom. 2 minutes even. There we go. A little bit of change on there. So we're going to call that 2.1. There we are, folks. Market differences here in those numbers. What we're seeing here is about 28.7 square feet per 9-inch roller on this wall, controlled variables. 14, we're going 35.1, and 18, the big boy, 53.5. So I tried to tailor the roller to the actual wall to make it all look right. But so the thing I want you to know about an experiment like this is that it's a small experiment. I would not go out there and base all of the pricing and production for a professional painting company based on this task alone. This will give you a very good data point. The next data point, if I was filling out wall painting square footage in a res repaint setting using these types of colors and these types of things, the next thing I would do was paint this entire room with a 9-inch, paint this entire room with a 14, paint this entire room with an 18. Now you have a bigger data set and you can compare it to that. Is it the same? Is it that 35, 53? Is it that 18? Things like that. You can start looking at on the smaller things, does it take longer or shorter? And then what you can do is take it out to a bigger job, which is, oh, we have a stairwell now, we have a foyer, we have a two-story entry, something like that. And then you track those as well too. And you'll be able to tell in a powder room, the production rate is much different than a foyer in their bedroom, things like that. So, all right, folks, I'll do one last look for questions today. I'm actually meeting a bunch of people at my farm. We're gonna do a little pheasant hunting today, some good friends of mine. So I'm gonna get cleaned up here. I'll be patrolling this after for questions. If you guys want to track your own production rates, this is a great template for you like this. If you want help tracking your production rates and coming up with a metric-based bidding system, which this is the foundation for, you can always comment here. You can email me, nick@nickslavic.com, and we can help each other along the way with that. I just want to thank Purdy for being a great patron of not only Ask a Painter, but they've been the basis of my company for 17 years now. Next week will be the 17th anniversary of my company. Purdy has been a stalwart in the growth and production and all of this in my business. We start with a foundation of buy the best paint. What the paint you're looking at here is this is Sherwin-Williams Duration Home Matte. This is Benjamin Moore Navajo White, the color. And we start with a base of get the best paint, get the best tools, and from there, you have limited the variables. You know that your tools are going to be up to your people's standards. They're going to be up to your standards. If you try to get by, and you've done this before, if you go get one of those 99-cent roller covers, a chip brush, and a broom handle, those numbers are going to be very much different, folks. Anybody who's ever used that, knowing that you might look at 20 to 50% less production in something like that, and we're talking about only a few dollars difference here. So in my company, my philosophy, and almost every other professional painter out there starts with premium coating, premium tools, train the heck out of your people, and then it's just production after that. So kindest thing you guys can do for me is to like and follow Ask a Painter, share this in all your feeds. Instagram, put this in your stories, share it with other people on Facebook, get it in those painters groups. Let's get more people tracking their production rates so that we can have metric-based bidding, so that we can sort of have enough money to fulfill the dreams of our business, take care of our families, and all those other good things. So on behalf of Purdy, a patron of this company, and a good partner with me in growing this business and Ask a Painter, and then everybody else out there, including the PCA, the Painting Contractors Association, thank you guys for watching. There's nothing that makes my heart warmer than doing painting demos for you guys. This is near and dear to my heart. That we can all share it together and actually learn something from it. It's just frosting on the top. So, all right, everybody, have a great weekend, and I'll be looking for comments and looking for those shares after. Appreciate it.